Hello, legal students. Before we get started with today's lecture, I want to welcome you to the Legal Topics course. Um, I hope that all of you are starting to say in your head, I'm going to pass the exam. I'm going to pass the exam. I'm going to pass the exam. Come on, say it with me. Okay, I didn't hear some of you, but I think I heard one of you, and I think you said it okay. I'm going to go with it. All right, well, let's get started. Remember, I'm going to pass this exam. Oh, and the second thing you should be saying is, I'm not going to spaz out about this exam. Okay? Going to pass, not spaz out. Let's just keep that theme rolling. Okay, so what is this exam that you're going to take? Well, that's what this lecture is about. It's the Certified Paralegal or the Legal Assistant exam. Okay, let's get some facts. First of all, who wrote the exam? Well, it's an organization called NALA. NALA is a leading paralegal association in the United States, and its job is to basically, hey, we're the legal assistant paralegal group in the United States, and you belong to them. Lawyers belong to the American Bar Association or the Bar Association in the state in which they live and practice. You are going to belong to NALA, but you need to pass this exam. So how many paralegals, certified paralegals, certified legal assistants are there in the United States? Look at this number down here, my friends, 18,000. That's a small little group. That is a small little group of people. And when you pass, you will be a part of them. So let's see what else. What else can we learn about this exam? Well, let's talk about, I keep saying paralegal, legal assistant. Why do I keep saying paralegal and legal assistant? Why don't I just say one thing? Well, it's because people have this perception that somehow they're two different things. A long time ago, they did used to be two different things, but now they are not, and they haven't been for a number of years. In fact, many state Supreme Courts, the United States Supreme Court even, and there's lots of statutes, ethical opinions, etc., 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 that basically say paralegal and legal assistant is the exact same thing. So you may be in a program that is called legal office assisting or whatever, and you're studying to be a legal assistant, you're really also studying to be a paralegal. You are getting all of the exact same education that you would get if you were in a school that called the program paralegal. So let's get that out of the way first. All right, so what is the name of the certification I will take? So that slide kind of led into this one, right? Because you are going to take an exam, and this is what your certificate will look like when you pass. And again, I'm going to pass this exam. I'm not going to spaz out about this exam. Say it with me. Okay, there was one person that didn't say the spaz out thing. They said that they were going to spaz out. I'll talk to you later. All right, let's look at this. Okay, so we've got the Certified Paralegal exam. Isn't that pretty? It's all gold and shiny, and that's what it'll look like. You can refer to this as the CP exam or as the CLA exam. It's whatever your preference is, but this is what the certificate will look like. All right, so let me fill you in on something. You are quite special, my friend. Not just anybody can sit for this exam. There are some certifications where you don't have to have any education, you don't have to have any experience, and you can go and sit for that certification. That is not the case with the Certified Paralegal exam. You have to be one of these three things that I have listed on this slide. You, my friends, are graduating from an approved paralegal program, which is the one that you are currently in. So congratulations, that's how you're going to be able to sit for the Certified Paralegal exam. If you weren't in our program, you would need a bachelor's degree. In any field, it doesn't matter, but you'd have to have a bachelor's degree, but that's still not good enough because you'd also have to have 1 year experience as a paralegal. So it should make you feel really good about the program that you're in, that you've been in it for 18 months and you're just as qualified to sit for this exam as somebody who went to school for 4, maybe 5 years, and then also had to work as a paralegal for 1 year before they could even take the exam. And the next one, look at this. If you don't have any college experience, you have to have a high school diploma, plus you have to have 7 years experience as a paralegal. Again, your 18-month education that you got from our school puts you in the same category with these folks. So you should feel pretty good about yourself for just being able to sit for the exam. So when do you take it? Well, we're going to schedule you for it, but it's going to be just prior to or very soon after graduating. So you don't have to worry about scheduling it. We will take care of it, and we will let you know when we are scheduling you. It's only offered 3 times a year, January, May, and September. And there are some technical reasons why you can't take it when you feel like it. We have to approve that you've graduated or that you're going to be graduated. So there's some things that go into it that we're going to do behind the scenes for you. But just know you will know well ahead of time when you are scheduled to take your exam. So what's on it? Well, these 5 sections: communications, ethics, legal research, substantive law, and judgment and analytical ability. And guess what? You have learned all of these things prior to even getting to this course. But what we're going to do in this course is we're going to do an intensive review of each of these 5 subjects because we want you to be as prepared as possible. And we know that maybe you forgot some of the legal research stuff that you did, or some of the things from your business law class. We know that, we understand that, and we've designed this course to help you really nail these things. So what are you going to do? You're going to pass this exam and you're not going to spaz out. Again, that one person is still saying they're going to spaz. I know. Will you stop that? Okay, you're throwing everybody else off. All right, so let's go over these things. Communication, those things like grammar and human relations, interviewing techniques, ethics, we all know how important that is. Legal research, hey, we're going to spend like a whole week on that. And then substantive law, this is a big section. It's going to cover the American legal system, business organizations, contract law, litigation. You got a bunch of legal terminology in there. Don't worry about it. We're going to cover it. And we're going to give you the tools that you need to be able to answer those questions. And the judgment and analytical, you're going to have to write a law office memorandum. Now, if you're freaking out, okay, that person who's spazzing, yeah, slow down, stop it. Because we're going to spend in week 4, you are going to write a law office memorandum. We're going to go over it. We're going to talk to you about it, and you're going to feel good about it by the end of that week. So just calm down and relax. All right, so how do you pass this thing? Well, common sense says you have to pass all 5 sections of that exam, and that is absolutely true. But there is something that will make some of you feel better if you do not pass all 5 sections of the exam at the first sitting. You've got 2 years, my friends, to retake and pass the sections that you failed. So that's not too shabby, right? And you can, let's say you passed 3 and you failed 2. You can come back and take one of those ones that you failed, and then a couple months later, come back and take the second one that you failed. And then all of those together means you passed all 5, and you will get that handy dandy certificate that I showed you in a previous slide. So no reason to panic. You are going to pass this exam, and you are not going to spaz out. All right, so you've got that 2-year period. We, of course, want you to pass all 5 of those when you first take it, because we're going to pay for that, for you to take the first 5 sections all at one sitting. If you have to come back and retake any sections, that's going to be at your own expense. So that's something else you need to consider. All right, once you have passed, you can use either certified paralegal or certified legal assistant to refer to yourself, which will make you feel all special. And the best part, you get to put letters after your name. You know how doctors, they have that MD after your name? Well, you're either going to get CP or CLA, whichever one you like the best, whichever you prefer. You will be perfectly able to use both. In order to use those initials, though, you've got to pass this exam. So if you have any questions, do not feel, don't hesitate to contact me, your instructor, anybody at the school, and we will take care of that for you and get those questions answered. Good luck. Have a good day.